Good morning, sleepyhead. It's time to wake up, honey. Ta-da!
What's this?
Nothing, my dear. Just another brilliant breakfast.
For why?
Just my way of saying thank you.
For what?
Well, in case you didn't know it, you did Dinah a great favor.
I did?
Well, yes, thanks to you. Our troubles with my daughter are all over.
Funny you should mention Dinah first thing in the morning. Just had a dream about her. She had taken over our house and moved all her furniture out onto the street. At least I hope it was a dream.
Well, honey, your nightmare is over.
Glad to hear it.
And so is Dinah's, thanks to you.
What exactly did I do, Ross?
Honey, you put things in perspective. And you made her confront what was actually happening, forced her to face her feelings.
She said that?
Yeah, so all the lying and the covering, which came out of fear, mind you, that's over.
And you believe this?
But I am telling you that Dinah was terrified about telling us the truth. Afraid to tell us that she had dropped out of school in Paris and all those other horrendous things that happened to her. But then again, the poor child, she's never had a family to rely on. You can't actually blame her for not knowing that she should share those things.
So it's because of me that she's not afraid anymore?
Well, yes, you called the school in Paris and you pushed her into admitting the truth.
The truth?
Mm-hmm.
Are you buying that story she fed you, really? I mean, seduced by a tutor, catching pneumonia and living in a garret? Oh, come on.
Yes, I do. I believe it. Now, that's all in the past. And I'm not going to make the girl relive it again because none of it was good. And that's why I think it's so healthy that she ended up admitting everything.
Healthy?
Healthy. And we are putting it behind us and moving on.
Okay, fine. You win. If you're going to believe whatever your daughter says, then what could I possibly say?
Honey, this is not the way I wanted our morning to start, okay? I love you very much, and I hate that this is coming between us.
I hate it, too.
Look, I got to get to the office. Are you done?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, when I got up, Dinah was already gone. So when she comes home...
You sure she came home last night? I mean, maybe she... Okay. Exactly how should I be when she gets home? Is it a motherly thing, sisterly thing happening here? What should I do? How should I treat her?
Just try being good to her, all right? You might find some surprising results, but you won't find out if you won't try.
I'll be good. Good and ready.
You wanna bug your own home? What are you talking about? You don't suspect Ross of having an affair, do you?
Please stop. Don't even say something like... No, this is about Dinah.
You wanna bug Dinah Marlar?
Yes, she is up to something. I just want to find out what it is before Ross gets hurt. Or is his pocket picked?
You think she's trying to fleece him?
In a word?
Blake, come on, look, I don't know. Last time I saw Dinah Marlar, well, she's like one of the sweetest women I've ever met.
She's changed, Frank. Believe me, she's changed.
Blake, I don't know what's going on with you two. I'm sorry you're not getting along, but what are you up to now?
I don't know, Frank. I'm just so desperate. I know she is lying about everything that she's up to here. And Ross won't believe me, so I need proof. I have to nail her. I have to show Ross so he doesn't get hurt. Would you please just tell me? This is for my marriage. Would you do it for my marriage, for my husband? Please, would you help me?
What? Only a damn fool would do this, Blake.
You're doing it for a friend, Frank, and that friend is very grateful. Don't worry about getting caught. I'll take the hit. If they find it, I'll say I tapped my own phones as practice for my PI job.
I'll tell you something, though. Just be careful. I mean, don't expect miracles here. Bugs can be detected. You know, you can spend hours here listening to conversations about the weather and shopping and all that good stuff.
Honey, don't worry about it. I'm not a rookie. I've been at this for a while. I know it's everywhere.
Yeah, well, there's one more thing. How do you expect I'm pulling this off? You think you can run down the basement every time Dinah picks up the phone?
Don't worry about it, Frank. I have it handled.
All right. You know what you're doing.
You bet. Thanks, Frank. I can count on you.
Problems, eh?
Yep. And I think we'd better discuss it.
I assume this has something to do with our daughter?
It does. I had a very enlightening conversation with her yesterday.
Oh, really? How so?
Imagine my surprise when I found out that she'd flunked out of school 2 years ago. And my further surprise when I found out you knew about it and hadn't thought to share it with me.
Well, first of all, considering our last meeting, I did not know that we were in a sharing mode. And secondly, till a few days ago, I didn't know about it myself. And I didn't want to go behind your back, Vanessa. If Dinah wanted you to know, she wanted you to know.
She does. She told me herself. She wants everything to be out in the open, and so do I. Ross, not less than an hour ago, Dinah came to me and told me she's thinking of leaving Springfield. Were you aware of that?
No.
Are you aware of the strain between her and Blake? I certainly hope so.
Well, yeah, whatever that little aberration was, that's over.
Look, I'd like for us to be able to get beyond the problems that we have and be able to talk about these things honestly.
Of course, why wouldn't I be honest with you?
Look, I'm thinking of giving Dinah access to her trust fund.
Why? Trying to buy her love?
No. No, but I think she's hoping that that's exactly what I'll do.
Want to run that by me again?
Well, Dinah seemed determined to leave Springfield. And then when the subject of her trust fund came up, her demeanor totally changed. It was as if she were somehow waiting for me to bring the subject up.
Did you?
No, I didn't. Mindy did, but I just can't shake the feeling somehow that the entire situation was manipulated.
You're beginning to sound like Blake. Maybe there is some truth to it. You know, our daughter has more than a passing interest in money. In fact, she's been after me to lend her some, and I have several times, several $100s. Nothing outrageous, but I did suspect that she was viewing me, her old man, as an easy touch. Then again, she is my daughter, and if she needs something like the hundreds or thousands of dollars that may be in that trust fund, I'll be glad for her to have it.
Try $500,000.
$500,000?
Well, sure. I mean, Daddy and I set it up some time ago, and you know Daddy has the golden touch as far as the market's concerned.
Vanessa, there is no way you can give her that money.
You have no say in what I do with your trust fund.
Oh, Vanessa, I am not challenging that at all. But let's face facts, all right? Mom, our daughter is not exactly frugal. For instance, when she came home that first day, she took a taxi cab from the airport, which is fine, but she kept it, and she kept the meter running to the tune of $180.
What?
Which I paid. And then a little under 2 weeks, let's say, she ran up a $900 phone bill, which I paid. Now, prorating those two numbers, how long is it going to take for her to go through the trust fund? No, Vanessa, absolutely not. Dinah is not responsible enough to handle $500,000 and all the freedom that goes with it, at least not yet.
Oh, dear. Oh, Ross, I gave her the impression that I would give her access to that money. How am I going to say no now? Damn, it's too faint.
It's Dinah Cherie. You are brilliant. I love you. Do you remember how I asked you about getting a certain something? And you offered me some techniques, and, well, I took your advice. Voila. I'm getting everything.
No, it can't be.
You're brilliant. Do you remember how I asked you about getting a certain something? And you offered some techniques that I should use, and, well, I took your advice. Voila! I am getting everything.
Everything?
Mm-hmm. All in a plump little trust fund.
Really? Vanessa agreed.
Indeed she did.
Amazing.
Well, actually, she said she has to think about it, but I can see the green light.
Well, congratulations.
Well, thank you. You know, everything fell into place so perfectly. I made an ally, just as you suggested. Mindy, in this case. And the sweet thing brought up the subject of me needing money to stay in Springfield. Well, the trust fund just suddenly sprang into the conversation, and I hardly had to do any work. Can you believe it? Oh, we need some champagne. Come by and pick me up in an hour, and we'll celebrate. Only this time, it's on me.
Sorry, I gotta take a rain check. I mean, some business I have to attend to.
All right. But you better keep your word about that rain check.
How could I not when it's you?
I don't know. Au revoir. Daddy! How could you?
Now?
Hello, this is Maureen Fitzpatrick of Weller, and James. We represent Mrs. Julia Stoddard, the grandmother of Benjamin Stoddard Reed. Mrs. Stoddard has recently become extremely concerned about the welfare of her grandson and has requested that we assess his situation. Accordingly, I will be arriving at your house shortly to discuss the provisions of his upbringing.
Well, I was hoping that you and I could have lunch together.
Oh, that'd be great. I'd love it. But first, why don't we have some fun?
Some fun?
Mm-hmm. You know, hit the malls or whatever you do around here. A shopping spree. You know, I used to dream about it. Just you and me, all alone in a department store. And all the racks would be full of all these perfect creations, every single one of them. And you would say to me, go ahead, Dinah, pick whatever you want.
I did.
Yes, you did.
My, how extravagant. All right, let's have some fun. Let's go shopping.
Okay.
You know, in some ways, you and I really barely know each other.
I know. So we can talk while we shop.
Okay.
But first, I better change into something really fabulous.
You look wonderful just the way you are.
Oh, I know, but I don't want to get the fisheye from the salespeople where we'll be going. The best shops in Springfield, right? I don't want to embarrass you. I'll be right back.
Oh, Vanessa, I didn't realize you were here. I heard voices, but...
You been fixing the furnace?
What?
You have a big smudge in your face.
Oh, it's such a pain. Would you believe me if I told you we had a major vermin problem in this house?
No. Well, it's an old house. I guess one can never be too vigilant.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
I'll be right down, Mom. I'm just trying to find the right thing to wear. Is silk too dressy?
Oh, sweetheart, don't worry. Just whatever you want, it will be fine, I'm sure.
How nice. Come here. What's the matter?
Are you feeling all right, Dad?
Yes, I am. I'm feeling fine. Why do you ask?
Because you've been through a lot lately, and it can take its toll.
I'm not about to start babbling, if that's what you're worried about.
Well, your future that you thought you were going to have with Mom is up in smoke, so you're in crisis.
I'm handling it. Here.
It's funny. Sometimes we think we're in control, but we do the darndest things. That's it, right? I mean, your life is hell, your brain takes a vacation, and you don't have to go on being Mr. Cool any longer, Dad. You've been through a big strain here, and you're not thinking clearly.
I'm as lucid as always, and my life is not hell. As a matter of fact, my life is just fine.
You're in denial.
No, I'm not. As a matter of fact, I see exactly what has happened. Your mom has rejected me. She is now pursuing a relationship with Fletcher Reed. Now, as horrifying as that image may be to me, it is a fact. I have accepted it. Life goes on.
I don't buy it.
Chrissy, what do I have to say? I have let go. As a matter of fact, I now see that it's probably for the best, and I'm, for the first time, actually beginning to enjoy myself.
No, I don't believe you've let go of anything.
Why are you wound so tight?
Because I am trying to make sense of something that is absolutely beyond my comprehension, Dad. And if Mom is not the cause of this, then you must be going through a mother of a midlife crisis.
What it are we talking about?
How could you just fall for just this blatant, obvious phony? What is going on between you and Dinah?
I can't believe you ask a question like that. What's going on? What could possibly be going on between me and the 20-ish daughter of my own son-in-law?
That is my question to you. What could possibly be going on, Dad?
Chrissy, calm down.
Oh, calm down. How am I going to calm down? You know, you and this little vamp from Paris, you dined together the first night she's in town.
Oh, now, come on. It wasn't a dinner. It was more like a nightcap with an attractive stranger.
A nightcap?
Yeah. I mean, I did find her very amusing. Dinah's witty and sophisticated and impetuous. We like the same wine.
Is that all?
We are two strangers who crossed paths and enjoyed the crossing. In fact, I was amazed to pick up the newspaper the following day and realize that our little meeting had qualified for mention in that imbecile's column.
So you're saying that's it? That's all that happened between the two of you? Just this accidental meeting at the country club, and then it happened to hit the society pages?
That's all.
I don't get it.
What?
No. You know, here we have this very intelligent, savvy guy like Ross, discerning, nobody's fool. And what happens to him? This young woman, she blows into town, and he turns into what could look like a sap.
A sap?
I'm serious, Daddy. She has him twisted around her little finger on a daily basis, and it's not healthy. It's not healthy at all.
It's what you little girls do to your daddies. Just like that, I wouldn't be so alarmed.
So you're saying that this couldn't happen to you, right?
It happens to me all the time when you want something badly enough, sure.
No, I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about her. I'm talking about Dinah.
Oh, come on, Chrissy, please.
You're saying that you're not impervious to her little manipulations? Because I can prove to you she's a very accomplished liar.
Oh, well, colorful embroiderer, maybe.
How can you be so nonchalant about this, Dad?
Chrissy, I think that you and Ross are going through a temporary adjustment problem. That's all. It's natural. You know, his daughter comes to town. Suddenly you're not getting the level of attention that you're used to.
Oh, you're saying I'm jealous?
No, I'm saying that it's a common syndrome and not to fuss about it. A neglected daughter's basking in her father's love and attention. I mean, it's a momentary condition.
It better be.
It'll pass. Life will return to normal. You know, once she's got her quota of her father's love, she will start looking around for other
Victims?
She won't be so greedy for her father's devotion.
Oh, no. Why be greedy for mere affection and devotions when you can go after big bucks in a trust fund?
Oh, so she has a trust fund?
Yeah, well, I guess Vanessa was working out a lot of guilt when she set this one up for her.
Probably, yeah. But I wouldn't begrudge the girl her money. As a matter of fact, it could work out very well for you and Ross. So her financial independence would get her out of your hair, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I suppose so. Of course, it wouldn't stop her from hurting her father's feelings. Well, I'm just glad that I have a father I can be so open with. Thanks for listening.
You're welcome, honey.
Yep, well, I gotta go.
Okay, Chrissy. Oh, Chrissy, if you happen to talk to your mom, could you maybe not mention that I'm doing quite so well? I'd hate for her to think that I was, you know, getting over her so easily. Might hurt her feelings.
I think that there might be a better place for us to talk about this, so why don't we go home and I'll fix us some sandwiches.
Sandwiches? Uh-oh. This is beginning to sound ominous. Fortify me with food and then tell me what? You don't think it's a good idea that I've decided to stay in Springfield?
No, I want you to stay in Springfield. I want you to stay in Springfield forever. And, it's not as though I'm taking away your trust fund. I mean, it is yours, and... But I shouldn't have given you the impression that I'm willing to give it to you now, because I'm not. You're not ready for it.
Not ready for it?
No, you're not, Dinah. It's an enormous amount of money, and you're very, very young, and I feel it would be completely irresponsible of me to just turn it over to you without knowing whether or not you could handle it. Darling, I just don't know you well enough.
Well, that's right. You don't know me. And that's what I was hoping could finally happen, that we'd get to know each other.
Well, of course we will. We will. That's what I want. But that doesn't have anything to do with your trust fund. Your trust fund is for you. That's terribly important, you know, and if it were mismanaged, it would just disappear. I have to protect you.
Protect me?
Yes.
Oh, that's a good one.
I do. And I'm certainly not trying to criticize you. I know very well that you didn't grow up in a normal way and that I wasn't there to teach you these things. But that money is important, and I want it to be there for you.
Yeah, well, I want to go home.
All right. We'll go home. We
Yeah,
can talk there.
my home, with Daddy. That's the only home I know.
Well, why don't I fix us some tea?
No, thank you.
Do you want to talk to me about this? It might help. It might help if you told me what you're feeling.
How do you think I feel?
Well, I don't know. That's why I'm asking you. I certainly would hate to think that a trust fund would come between us.
Could I just ask you one thing? When you say that I'll get the trust fund eventually, what exactly do you mean? And in other words, how long is eventually?
Well, eventually is when I know that you can handle such a big sum of money.
Well, how do you determine that?
When I see you handle a smaller sum of money.
So that means you will give me some of the money from the trust fund now.
Actually, what I was thinking of was a salary from a job.
A job? You want me to get a job?
Well, for heaven's sakes, Dinah, why not? It is a logical first step.
You don't think I've ever worked, do you? You don't even know me.
No, I don't. Not as well as I want to.
Well, let me tell you something. I have had a lot of jobs. And how do you think I survived all that time in Europe?
I imagine that the money that I sent you helped. And the money that your father sent you. And all the presents that your grandfather so frequently gave you.
Yes, well, that helped, but I had to work, too. Do you know how expensive Paris is? I get the feeling everyone around here thinks I was living the high life over there. Well, I wasn't. But I wasn't broke either. And that's not why I came back, by the way.
I never said it was.
Well, you didn't have to. It's written all over your face.
Sweetheart, I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I gave you that impression. I never thought that. It's just that getting a job is a very natural progression. We all did it. We all were students, and then we got a job. There are lots of interesting jobs that you could get here in Springfield, and you could put a little money aside, and that way you could prove to everyone that you can handle such a huge amount of money.
Why does everything have to be so conditional with you? I mean, why do I have to prove that I'm worthy? Can't you just give me something because I'm your daughter, because you love me? Or do I have to earn that, too?
You don't have to earn my love. I love you.
But you don't trust me.
I didn't say that. I feel that you need to learn money management.
What suddenly happened since yesterday that now I have to learn money management?
I spoke with your father. He told me that you had a $180 cab fare and that you had something like a $900 phone tag.
So now Daddy doesn't trust me either. Well, good job, Mother. Thanks for turning him against me.
Nobody's turning anybody against you, Donna. Your father and I are simply concerned about you. We are your parents. We want what's best for you, and we don't feel that you should have $500,000 right at this moment.
Get it.
Dinah? Dinah? Finally, someone with some sense. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to cause a scene in your own home.
No apology necessary. It's about time that Dinah got a dose of reality.
I'm just very concerned about her.
You know, she's only going to try to soften you up by crying if you go up there.
Well, that wouldn't be good for her, and it wouldn't be good for me. So, excuse me.
So what's the word from Portugal, Leo? Has our good buddy Reed arrived safely? Yeah? Has he tried to contact Granny Stoddard yet? Aw. Yeah, he must be pretty disappointed. Yeah, probably even annoyed, huh, that she's not there. Yeah, I'll have to move fast before he gets back to town. Oh, listen, I gotta go, too. My daughter's on her way up. As I told you, it's her birthday, and this is perfect opportunity. She's so looking forward to the three of us celebrating together. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, here she is. Come on in, honey.
Am I interrupting?
No, not at all. Gotta go. I'll talk to you later. As a matter of fact, your timing couldn't be better. Come to Papa. Close your eyes. Hold out your hand. Happy birthday, honey.
That's so sweet. Thank you, Dad. You could have given it to me tonight, though.
Oh, that's why I asked you to come here. Sit down, honey. Listen, I know how much you're looking forward to the three of us celebrating tonight, but there's no way I can make it to your dinner.
Why not?
In spite of the big front that I put up for your benefit, you know, about how well I was doing, which I suspect you saw through anyway, the fact of the matter is that I'm not doing at all well. I miss your mom very much, and I'm lonely as hell. So please forgive me, but I just feel that it would be torture in the light of the way things are between us to spend a whole evening in her presence like that. Would you try to understand, please?
Oh.
Oh, Chrissy, please. Honey, don't cry. Look. I just hate to upset you like this, especially on your birthday, honey.
Do you really?
Of course I do. Don't you believe me?
I wish I could talk to you.
Honey, you can always talk to me. You know that.
No. It's not just about the dinner.
Well, what is it? Tell me.
Dad, I'm getting older.
Oh, honey.
No. In not so long, I'm gonna be pushing 30. I always felt that that was a milestone in somebody's life. And I felt that I would be at a certain place at that point. And I was starting to get there. And now it just feels like my whole world has fallen apart.
Oh, honey. Because of your mom and me?
Well, that's part of it. I know it's every child's fantasy to have their divorced parents remarry, but when you and Mom were together, it was nice. It was fun. It was normal. And I loved it.
I know. I loved it, too.
Yeah, I thought you did.
What do you mean? You have doubts now?
Dad, my marriage is in danger for the first time. It really is. It's in danger. Because that manipulative, lying little person is living in our house. And I can't take much of this any longer. And I really need my family to be on my side.
Honey, your mom and I are on your side always, no matter what goes on between us. Have you talked to Ross about the effect that his daughter's having on you?
Well, he knows I'm unhappy. And he knows that his daughter has problems. But he would really like it if I would just keep my mouth shut and stop complaining. And I don't blame him. I mean, she makes me so angry, Dad. And I end up sounding like this manipulative little witch person. Virginia, what is this? What is this, Dad? Are you thinking about moving?
Well, You weren't really supposed to see these, honey. Look, no. I put out a few feelers, and I got a response from a station in Richmond, but I have made no decision, and you are not to tell your mother.
Of course I'm gonna tell her,
Chrissy,
Dad. This
come
doesn't
on.
make any sense. Oh, come on. You said that you still care.
That's why it makes sense. It's just too damn painful
Do
for
you
me.
love Mom?
I will always love your mother.
That's all that matters.
Chrissy, stop. Please. Wait a minute. Chrissy.
You're doing such a good job. Look at that. You're getting better and better at that. Oh, Blake, good. Listen, get my message.
No, but I need to find my mother right
Hold
now.
on, it's important, okay? I need my bugging equipment back. I got a guy here who thinks his wife's embezzling from the corporation.
Okay, I'll get back to you soon, all right?
What listen to me? Come on. This wife's not going to wait for you. You know what I'm talking about? Come on, this is a job. We need the money, Blake. Please.
I hear you, Frank, but could you cut me some slack? It's my birthday today.
It's your birthday?
Yeah.
Happy birthday. I completely forgot. Here.
Oh, honey,
Oh,
Mom,
I'm so glad
I've been
you
looking
found
all
me.
over for
Listen,
you.
I don't think I should come to your party tonight. Hope you understand.
And happy birthday, Blake.
Oh, I'm so sorry. That's terrible. No. Happy birthday, honey.
Listen, Mom, if you're not coming to my dinner tonight because of Daddy, you don't have to worry about it. He's not coming either.
He's not. Why not?
Well, for the same reason you're not coming. Too painful to be around you. You know, you'd think I was asking for the moon instead of just my parents to set aside their grievances for one evening for the sake of their only daughter.
I'm so sorry. I was just hoping to avoid your father. You know, I'm afraid he's up to one of his schemes again.
What schemes, Mom?
He has yanked Fletcher out of town to try and pull something on me. I just know it.
You are so wrong. He's giving up.
Yeah.
In fact, I think he's thinking of leaving, moving away.
What are you talking about?
I was in his office today, and I saw these brochures about moving to Virginia. Then I made him admit to me that he's considering a station manager's position.
In Virginia? This does not sound like Roger.
Well, neither one of you are making much sense lately, thank you. I'm sorry if I sound needy. I'm scared, Mom. I'm being tested, and I'm not sure I can pass. Ross's daughter is causing this rift between me and my husband, and it just keeps getting bigger and bigger every day, no matter what I do. Ross is so afraid of losing Dinah that he doesn't want to rock the boat, and I keep rocking the boat because she just infuriates me, everything she does. And I just thought that if all the people I loved, we could have this pleasant evening for my birthday tonight, it might help. I mean, am I never going to be in the same room with my parents together again?
No, honey, of course not. I'm so sorry for all your trouble. Listen, I will try to convince him to declare a truce, at least for tonight, okay? No promises, but I'll try.
Thank you.
Holly, how are you? Good to see you.
Jilly, come on. You can't take the job in L.A. Look, I'm planning on leaving the station myself. You know that. They're going to need you here more than ever. I know. It's just lousy timing. All right. Okay, look, I'm not going to stand in your way. But please let me know, all right? Good.
Couldn't help but overhear. Julie's on the West Coast. How's she doing?
Oh, she seems to be doing very well. I imagine there's all sorts of newspapers and TV stations lining up for your services.
Not quite. I have a few possible options I'm still considering.
Good. Well, there's no point in rushing into anything.
Except that I miss the work. That's something I always admired about you, how you love your work. And I never wanted to do anything to interfere with it.
Well, speaking of which, there's a meeting that I have to get ready for. Would you come by for anything special?
Yes, this is not a social visit. I'm concerned about Blake.
What happened?
It's her birthday, and she's on shaky ground about a lot of things.
Well, Holly, I gave her my present, and I'm not going to show up for her dinner, so you don't have to worry on that account.
Yes, only I said the same thing, and she's very upset.
Well, no wonder. Both her parents bailing out on her.
Yeah. And she asked me a question that kind of got to me.
What was that?
In so many words, now that we've broken up, are we still a family?
How did you answer?
Just that I would talk to you and see if we couldn't work out a compromise. I mean, she's suffered enough for our problems. No reason she should anymore.
What do you suggest?
Oh, I think we should be able to manage a simple birthday dinner in her honor. I mean, a few hours together because we love her. Anyway, I can do it. Can you?
Of course, for Chrissy's sake, I'll show up. And look, Holly, if it makes you happy, please, and feel free to invite Fletcher, if you want. Maybe I'll invite somebody, too.